and Smitty. Dukes, to start off really fast,
What's up?
What did you let happen in these chairs yesterday? And I like all those people in the chairs, but that was one of the worst lists I've ever seen. I almost thought they were doing they might as well put Daniel Jones in that top 10. I thought they were trolling me.
The way that they dismissed some quarterbacks was just absolutely
I thought
insane.
I was a troll. I thought it was like, oh, let's get some clicks for Pick Central today. And I talked to them all today thinking
Click
that.
Central.
Yeah, I thought it was Click Central. And I went and go and talk to them all about that today, and they were like, no, we that's our top 10.
I would say I think the three that stood out to me the most is Jalen Hurts.
Well, yeah, no, don't go. Don't,
No, I'm just saying, just go off yesterday's list. I know everyone has their own top 10. Really top 10 is you could argue, I think, the top 12, 13 to get into the top 10. But I think Jalen Hurts was disrespected. I thought Matthew Stafford's disrowspect was unbelievable.
Drake May was disrespected.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's down.
No, but I also think the one, who is it? Even Dak. Dak.
Goff?
Dak's, I agree. But when you really start looking at the top 10, it's
well, we're going to do it
yeah,
today.
Yeah.
We're going to do
But
that
the
today.
caveat behind what they did, because it wasn't them just agreeing on stuff and going 1 through 10. It's just okay, I agree. Didn't they have veto power?
At one point, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. It was at one point they were arguing Aaron Rodgers or C.J. Stroud, and then it was just all right, we'll put C.J. Stroud. But it was, and then they would forget about quarterbacks. It was.
So today we're going to do our own. So we have to try and do it the way they did it. So we all have to agree to put a player at a spot. If you just.
Okay, that's how they did it.
Yeah. So Ken Jack and Hubs told me today. They were like, we didn't agree with C.J. Stroud being 5, but then we just let him have it. I'm not letting that happen. If I really, really feel strong about something, we're just gonna have to put.
Well, I mean, someone's gonna have to butt because there's gonna be.
Yeah, I know.
Where if we all have that mentality, we're just never gonna finish.
Yeah, we might not finish, but we will finish. I will make sure we finish. And are we doing this right now?
The meek scriber.
I'm just putting Patrick Mahomes in because there's no debate. That's all. We're not debating number 1.
How about you take some time with the
Put the mic next to you, Meek, if you're gonna grab the stand mic.
Take some time with the writing, huh?
You had a problem with the writing yesterday too?
No, I saw you.
I don't give a shit about
that.
that.
I was wondering.
Actually, it made me think you and Blutman is a combo that needs to happen at some point.
I've known Blutman longer than anyone here.
But I'm saying I need you guys all right,
What does that have to do?
Okay.
You say it's a combo that has to happen. I've really known him.
No one knows that you did that.
Yeah, no one knows that's.
Okay, you've known Blutman longer than anyone here, but how long have you and Blutman known about each other's actual identities?
Forever.
Never.
Since the same time. Yeah, I was in a Discord with him, yeah.
Never.
But that's not. Even,
I don't think
even
that
a
was
Discord,
that. I don't think that was an
Discord is
outrageous
knowing each
question.
other's identities.
He's lying.
He said his name was...
You knew his face, what he looked like?
Yes.
Wow.
Because he fucking sent pictures.
What do you guys?
Send you pictures
No,
of
not-
it. Looks like-
I found him on Instagram. I found him on Instagram.
Oh, no.
He said, you just said
That's
he was.
not what I meant.
You just said he was sending. You can't mess up saying he was sending pictures. What was he sending?
No, we were in video calls on the Discord too.
I need to get.
For
can you invite me to
Barstool
this-
Social or.
Can you
No,
invite
this is before either one of us was hired.
Can you invite me to this?
No, I know that
Discord?
he has the no context college football.
This is
No, I'm saying he wasn't at Barstool.
this was a troll factory for the love of the game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
it
The
is.
two of them are
Yeah.
well, no,
They're
but
friends.
I'm
Blutman's
shocked
Blutman's not really a troll.
No, he's not. He's not.
Blutman just loves ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Meek's a troll.
Blutman's the farthest thing from a troll.
Yeah, he's not a troll at all,
I
really.
just fucking spent 3 days in Cincinnati with Blutman. He is not anything close to troll. That guy loves tennis too.
Me, literally, me and Brandon randomly
Oh,
just
it's fur now.
unnecessary roughness. We randomly just started talking about tits for a second, and Blutman just so Texas Tech's the secondary.
He's not one of those guys.
He doesn't want. He won't even entertain.
I like that. A lot.
I don't even know if he. I think he might just be asexual.
I like.
He's just ball sexual.
He's what Malice
Just loves ball.
He's married to the game.
He just loves ball.
So
Just talking ball.
like I said, there's no debate for number one. I'm not.
Oh, yeah,
having a
after-
debate.
Mahomes is one. We're good with
We
that.
all agree Patrick Mahomes number one.
I
Maybe
want
not
to.
Smitty.
I want
but
to see
don't care.
a selfie that you sent to that Discord.
That's not what I meant. I misspoke, but yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do our top 10. We're gonna try and not spend the entire show on it, but we'll hope. I'm gonna say we'll hope to not do that because we have some topics to get to.
Do a little week 0.
Yeah, in week 0, I wanna get through it. So, I don't care 2 through 4. I think 2 is Allen, but I can go up to anyone else.
I agree. I think the 2 through 4, there's in no order. There's a clear.
I go
three that should
Allen,
in my
Lamar, Burrow.
I think there's just the way you could debate it. I wanted to say this yesterday. If you guys had one of those quarterbacks, 2 through 4, to go up against Patrick Mahomes, which one would it be?
Well, that's it. I mean,
That's
I
the
mean,
question.
you'd say Burrow based on like the.
Yeah,
Can we be clear about
records and
something?
all that,
Can we be
but-
clear?
You
Are we
try.
talking about career up until this point? Or are we talking about
Season.
who's taking a snap to win a game? Or are we talking about who's going to be the best at the end of
Who
their
do you want to
quarterback do
carry
you
you
want?
to a to the Super
So
Bowl?
who right now
I say who
is
you're
the best?
You're starting a team.
What
Like, who do
quarterback
you want to be your
this year?
quarterback?
This
Yeah,
year
who do you want to be
coming
your
up?
quarterback?
to like reach you to the Super Bowl?
Like regardless of like the team around you, I'd say.
Okay.
Like what guy would you want, regardless
think-
of skill positions around you, running backs,
Guys-
line, all that.
In debate, I think it's Allen, Lamar, Burrow, but it's up to you guys.
I would probably go Josh Allen too as well. Burrow and Lamar is definitely a tough debate because they're so different. Obviously, they both have kind of little injuries.
Look, I like Josh Burrow, but I don't think he's a top 4 quarterback. Right?
Josh Burrow.
Joe Burrow?
Close enough.
You don't think he's a top 4 quarterback?
No, I don't.
I need to know
That's-
that. If
I
you-
lean Smitty's
If
way.
that penalty,
That's
if,
crazy.
If that penalty against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship never happens and the push doesn't get out of bounds, Joe Burrow potentially makes two Super Bowls back to back, and the whole narrative around
Yeah,
him
but
is
when you
he's
do-
not
And
good.
Patrick Mahomes
Start
and now
doing
the
it.
just
bad
saying-
half of
and then
football.
he-
He never
then he-
makes the Super Bowl. It never happens.
Meek, chill out.
If you
And then
start
he gets
doing
injured
it-
last year, and
I get
everyone
what you
forgets
mean.
about him.
I get what you mean, 100%. Injuries, again, that's what I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers is still going to be really good. Everyone's like, well, now he's 40. Well, we said that about Tom Brady. All of a sudden, he was good. Like, Aaron Rodgers is still going to be very good this year.
Also, that defense carried Joe Burrow to the Super Bowl.
Thank you, Smitty.
I mean,
They
they
had no
also had the
offensive
worst offensive line in football, and he
They
still
did.
won despite it.
I'm not saying Joe Burrow isn't bad. I'm saying a top 4.
Joe Burrow with the
quarterback.
Eagles.
I
are
just
in the
think
Super Bowl.
I'm gonna be honest. I think anything outside the top 4, I think you guys are taking crazy pills.
I
for
do
Joe
too.
Burrow.
I
Like,
do too.
Like I'm saying, I just think
Like,
what
who
is
would you
it
put
like?
for? Who would
What
you
is
put
the
for?
knock against him other than saying like he got hurt twice in his career?
I mean,
Like what? Like he's
Well,
pretty.
it's a pretty big
No.
knock.
I mean, not really. I would say
He's
no.
played, like,
I
what,
mean,
6
he
seasons?
he took a crazy hit his rookie year and tore his
love
ACL.
Blitz.
Like
you
love
take
this.
Like, what a
injuries.
knock.
You take injuries into
frustrating.
some consideration, but when I say top 4 quarterback, like this is a quarterback that will rise above and beyond and win you a Super Bowl. And Joe Burrow, I think Joe Burrow's right there. I think he's 5 or 6, but I would not put him in the top 4. I'd even
Then-
put Josh Allen maybe 4 or 5.
That's who's
Wait,
two?
wait.
I need
Who's fucking two?
Click Central. You're Click
You
Central.
have Josh
Whoa.
Allen 4 or 5. Who's 2 and 3?
Because then what you just said contradicts Lamar. Because Lamar is
Yeah,
season great regular season.
But you're saying win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and he's not even close.
Yeah, that's why Lamar's 3.
I wouldn't say Lamar. Say he's
two?
not close. I mean,
Lamar's a two-time
the way he's
MVP.
saying it. The way
You're saying
he's
by the
saying it.
by the dictation of this quote game that we're playing right now, top 10 quarterbacks to
Yes.
either get you to a Super Bowl or what Ev said, start your franchise.
start a team. If you were to start a team
Or start a
with
franchise.
bare bones,
I think I'd put Lamar
Not
third.
a- no, I'm sorry, not to start a franchise because just one
Just
year.
season.
Because Aaron Rodgers, you don't want to.
Right now, I would put Lamar third, Josh Allen fourth, Joe Burrow fifth,
Who's
Who's
two?
two?
Ooh.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Get the
All
fuck
right,
out of
right,
here.
right.
We're not-
And
Get
can I
out of
explain?
it.
Can I explain why?
Yeah, sure. I be honest.
Be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
He led, maybe not single-handedly, but pretty single-handedly led them to the Super Bowl 2 years ago and put up a performance that will go down in Super Bowl history. Did he win? No, but objectively speaking, it was a top 5 performance in Super Bowl history. Can you agree with that?
he played unbelievably in the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
but it's gonna
Quarterback
it's gonna
speak.
He
be
played absolutely fantastic.
If not top 5, top 10.
gonna be forgotten about because he didn't.
That's
win.
not what we're arguing. That's not what we're arguing.
Oh, I know, but it's like,
It's like Brady against the Eagles. Brady had the best Super
Great,
Bowl of his
great.
career.
That was a top 5 performance for a quarterback.
Just off stats.
That's literally
Yeah,
the
it might be. It might be the best ever. And
Again,
Jalen Hurts
done.
in a losing performance was right up there. But he proved that he can do it and was right there. And up until midseason last year, he was the leading favorite for MVP. Up until midseason, and then the entire team collapsed. Jalen Hurts was beat up, but the entire team collapsed. I firmly believe he can reignite that and be right there back in the Super Bowl.
Let me ask you,
Based on his talent, based on his leadership, based on his performance, based on the fact that he didn't throw a fucking interception all training camp this year to the last day. The guy's hot. Like,
don't give me that. But tell me why Brock Purdy wouldn't be number 2 then, in no sense. Because he's
not as talented
very,
as Jalen Hurts.
He's very successful for
He's
what
very
he's done.
successful
2 years that he's played.
Yes, with the best roster.
You also have an amazing roster.
And
you have
Jalen
2 of the
Hurts
best receivers in the NFL.
And stats wise, Jalen Hurts has excelled with it.
Brock Purdy was almost the MVP last year. He was more of an MVP than Jalen Hurts last year.
We're gonna get to the point where
You're
You're not going to convince me otherwise.
I can't do this.
I feel
Jalen
like
Hurts not number 2.
I feel
Stop at
myself in
one,
a
stop
crazy
this
spot where
exercise.
I feel like on the show, even as a Giants fan, I've been in like a Jalen Hurts defender. But now I'm being forced to go against him because you're saying 2, and I can't. To me, a top 10 quarterback list without Jalen Hurts on it is you're clueless.
Agree.
That's how I feel.
But I agree with that.
But 2, I just cannot do. I just can't do number 2.
Okay.
Actually, I can't do top 4. I can do like 5 to 7. I think is probably where he falls in my opinion.
Are we cool writing down Josh Allen, Lamar 2 and 3? Because it feels like you and Marty are agreed on that.
Yes.
I go back and forth with Burrow. I'm fine with the next 3 being a comp of. I prefer Allen 2 probably.
So Lamar Jackson,
Lamar, Burrow, Lamar.
Lamar
I'm
Jackson
fine
and
with.
Josh Allen, great Super Bowl quarterbacks.
I will. The one thing my 2, 3, 4 is, and I just wanted to say this yesterday. It's Burrow, Allen, Lamar.
Like I'm even fine with that. I think that's even what I wrote down in my notes initially.
That's my
Lamar. Like I don't.
And Burrow only is above Allen because of that one thing I said that like if I had to choose Josh Allen or Joe Burrow to go up against Mahomes, I'm more comfortable with Joe Burrow at this point. It's fair. That's a fair
take.
take.
Joe Burrow.
It's also the way I think the way we're
but it's
discussing
not
it.
fair
It's so team
because
based.
Also, yeah, like Joe Burrow does have 3. He had 3 really good receivers.
Josh Allen
did not
has
have-
good. He has good receivers. He has good weapons, and he had a very, very good defense. The quarterbacks that he's beaten in the playoffs have not been very good.
Josh Allen
Has
has
he been
not
on the
had
wrong?
good receivers. He's had
Yeah.
a good receiver.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
very
he's had-
good receiver.
Yeah, but he's had 3 really good receivers. Joe Burrow, like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase are arguably 2 of the best tandems.
At the point that Jamar Chase really blew up, though, if you went into that season, you'd probably be like Stephon Diggs is better than Jamar Chase.
I mean,
He was a rookie.
I would
I
argue
agree.
Chase has been better.
Revisionist
Since,
history, though, you're gonna be like, wow, he's so
But
much
Chase
better
has
now.
been better than Diggs.
Chase has been a better receiver since the second he stepped on an NFL field.
Yeah.
And Stephon Diggs.
I agree with that. I'm saying
And I love Burrow.
Going into seasons.
And that's why this argument gets so crazy because some quarterbacks get fucked with the people they have around them. But that's why it also gets fun. But I think can we just
Would that put Burrow? Just put Burrow 4.
Burrow 4.
So Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow. I'm good with that. I think.
This guy Witt paid me $1 saying top 5 performer in Super Bowl. Tell Smitty hang the banner. He paid me $1, so I had to say it.
All right, hang the banner for Tom Brady in 2018. We just said that was probably the best quarterback.
I
He has
He's on
6 others
7
to hang.
banners.
I just said that. I agree with you.
Chiefs?
He has 7 banners.
Yeah, I was
dude. Only
about to say,
6
I don't
with
even-
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hang
I was
the
about to think,
Patriots.
how many does
Hang
he
the
actually
Patriots
have?
banner. I mean, Eagles and Patriots should get banners that year. Like individual performance, like that says something in this argument.
No, Jalen. No,
does,
the list
but-
yesterday, Jalen Hurts was just
Who's 5?
disgustingly
Who's
disrespectful.
5? Burrow 4. Who's 5?
Wait, is Burrow 4?
Yeah, Burrow's 4.
You
I
two
have
agree
a
on.
5 that I think it's like I don't even know how you don't put him there.
So you 2 are in agreement on Burrow at 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Smitty, your vote doesn't count.
It's more we just gotta.
Well,
we have to like come to some sort
2
of.
versus 3. If someone is, it
Yeah,
has
I
to
agree.
get
It's 2 versus 3.
Yeah, because if we got all 3, we'll be here forever.
So something I wrote down. I had 13 names that could even be like discussed. With
Don't say. I don't want you to say it.
We
Yet.
don't want to get into that.
I want you. I will. I want you
Okay.
after. But I want you to tell me because I have a 5 that I think it's 5. In my head, I don't even know how it's going, but you can convince me. But
Go left to right. Smitty's, because Smitty's is yours is Jalen Hurts. 5.
Well, mine's Joe Burrow, but sure, put Hurts.
Right,
So
but
you
like
Jalen Hurts
for
is the
this
guy not named,
exercise,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, mine's Hurts until he gets picked, I guess.
right,
okay,
yeah.
it's soon, but not yet. Mine's Matt Stafford at 5.
This is the group. This like 5 to 8 for me is very like tough because I think you're splitting.
What do you mean?
hairs
What are
with
we
each
doing?
guy.
Matt Stafford just took a Rams team to the playoffs with nobody as wide receiver.
Bad
He made
defense,
Puka Nacua.
Puka.
But he was a nobody.
5th round pick.
5th round pick. Cooper Kupp got hurt the entire season, and their defense was dog shit. Matt Stafford has always been good.
Well, this is where Clemmer gets in this thing where he's just like, 24 touches, 11 interceptions. Like he doesn't like. I think there's so much more to the game than just staring at the stat sheet at the end of the season, and being like, oh,
Who's your 5? If you,
no, Stafford's definitely. To me, it's like Stafford, Stroud, or Hurts. I think that's like the 3 that are, in my opinion, that's the next 3, in my opinion. Rodgers, obviously, 2. You can like make a strong debate
Rodgers
for
is-
for
I don't
like
know how
for
you don't
just
put
the
Rodgers-
season.
For what it's worth, back in the booth, I would go Stafford or Hurts.
So all right, I'm not
I'm
crazy.
I lean more Hurts.
And I'm more Stafford, so we're and Smitty's obviously hurts. So big F.
See, I don't like this solely based on the fact that I think Matthew Stafford is a great NFL quarterback, obviously first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's top 10, but just because of the fact that you say, oh, Joe Burrow or Matt Stafford is less than Jalen Hurts, in my humble opinion, does not mean that you fucking hate Joe Burrow or Matt Stafford.
No. I don't take it that way. That's more just.
I don't think it means you hate them, but I do think you're insane to say that he's the number 2 quarterback. I think that's fair to say.
I will stick up for Smitty for a second. The way that Jordan Love gets talked about,
Oh,
by the way that he ended the season, is like he's going to be the greatest NFL
I
quarterback of all
don't
time.
even have.
Jalen Hurts, like Smitty said, for the first half of the year, was like on an.
He was the MVP favorite halfway through last year, and then he got hurt, and the team fell apart. Not because he got hurt, by the way.
But I'm just saying that because Jalen Hurts ended the season poorly, now it's like, oh, is he even still a top 5, top 10 quarterback? Where like,
Thank you, Diggs.
No, but
the way the narratives can end of the season, it's.
But now we're in a
still
different thing because I agree with that.
Everyone in America just has squirrel brain. Like the way, like I said, like Burrow's getting disrespected just because he got hurt last year.
Trend stats.
It's all just trends. Like it's literally everything is based off of like the last like 8 games you saw.
I would take
play.
Jalen Hurts. I would take Jalen Hurts over Jordan Love right now easily. And
No,
people,
I know.
Yeah.
People think I'm crazy if I said
No,
that.
I would
honestly,
too.
which I don't think it. But
That's
that's
not crazy.
because. But you're right. No, people have said that. I mean, even that list didn't. It had Jordan Love 7th. Yet.
I'll say this: we already put his name down, but I'd have Matt Stafford over Joe Burrow.
Okay, thank you.
That's. I mean, Stafford's great, but I can see there's a squirrel. I think you're squirrel branding Joe Burrow.
I think Stafford does more with less.
So what are we doing at 5?
I
I
also
mean,
think
well, now we're bringing like Burrow's on the board already. Like,
Oh, like I
done.
no,
Fine.
it's already written down.
I
That's your
link
guys' take. That's
Stafford.
my-
You, it's between Stafford or Hurts now.
I'm the
I mean,
breaker.
Stafford's just not such a better thrower, but he's a better thrower for
Definitely
sure.
a better thrower.
I mean, Jalen
Hurts
Hurts
is like-
scoring 20 touchdowns on the
Hurts-
ground. Does that
No.
cover anything?
Smitty, that's.
Counts.
I'm the one having like a true
Counts.
internal debate.
I
because
think
there's.
I'm okay with putting Hurts 6.
So you're saying Stafford is a better thrower than Jalen Hurts, which he is.
better decision-maker.
Yes, career-wise, but it's not like
It's not.
it's not this far-reaching goal
not.
that Jalen Hurts could not be. He can't be as good as a passer as Matt Stafford, but he's not like that far behind. Matt Stafford is that far behind Jalen Hurts as an athlete and a runner.
Hurts. I'll vote Hurts 5.
I think that's nuts.
But it's so close. Like you have to
I
put
don't
one
think
first, but it's like right.
I don't
there.
think it's that. I think it's close, but I don't think it's like neck and neck. But hey, that's the game. I lost.
But I'd go Stafford 6. I'm putting Stafford next. And then
Stafford has to be 6.
Yeah, no, I'm good with Stafford
Has
6.
Has
I
to.
like Stafford 6.
Smitty, who would you? I'm curious though. Who would you put 6?
I'll put Stafford 6.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna do it. The only defense I would have for guys like I think Stroud should probably be 7. I'll lead off.
I do too.
I think it should be 7. But the only thing, the only argument I can't make for Stroud is it's all Stafford's been there before and he's done it, and he proved it again when he won the Super Bowl and then last year taking him to the playoffs. Stroud had 1 year to prove it, and yes, I think the future is obviously greater, but you can't.
So you don't think? And Stroud's 8 for me. But you don't think Rodgers is? I understand Achilles 40, but he's always been good. He loves proving people wrong. I think he's going to have a good year this year.
I think he does a good year too. But if you're asking me who I want for this season, I'd say I'll take C.J. Stroud, sir.
That's now 2 straight years where Aaron Rodgers hasn't done.
See, I think
good.
Stroud might be too high. I think he's going to be really good.
I think
he could be top 5 next year.
But that's what I'm projecting. I think we're going to look at this time next year and laugh that he's not top like 4.
That's fine. I do think that like,
now.
but you have to have some projection. Like your thing with Stroud, like even the Texans, like there's nothing behind it other than kind of just going contrarian. Like everyone likes the Texans.
No, it's nothing to do. I think he's a rookie quarterback. Even
he lit
being
the,
talked
he lit
about
the
in the
league up.
top 10, of course, dude. But being even in the top 10 is an insane thing to be talking about. Which I'm giving him the praise.
But he was that good.
But also, like
we've never seen a rookie quarterback be
Aaron
like
Rodgers,
that efficient.
But Aaron Rodgers
Herbert
has been that good as well.
Not that efficient and winning the way he was.
Aaron Rodgers, a 40-year-old quarterback who the past 2 years hasn't done dick, even win healthy with the Packers 2 years ago.
Who was on the Packers?
It doesn't matter. He still wasn't that great, and people expect that he's going to come at 41 years old, drink his ayahuasca, and come out and fucking sling again. Okay,
I think he's going to be
good. I think he's going to be good too, but top 8 in the league this year.
Yeah.
Think the Jets are going to be good because of their defense and because of things around Aaron Rodgers more than Aaron Rodgers being, quote, MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Him and Garrett Wilson will be discussing, but I think that just you have to throw into discussion Herbert. I know you don't like him, and I know you would never put him above Stroud, but I think right now I would have Herbert over Stroud.
But it's no chance. My heels are like in the sand.
And Harbaugh coming in this year. Harbaugh coming in this year leaves a tough taste in the mouth with that because they're going to be grounded and pounded, and he doesn't have a lot of help.
His stats will. I don't think his stats will be there, but I think they could win more.
Eventually. Yeah. Of course, I think talent-wise, like he can be one of the best.
He's been on the unfortunate side of some bad coaching and some bad coaching decisions, but I still think that like no quarterback this early in their career, if you're looking at stats and you're looking at everything that he's done, like nobody's really been ahead of the game as him. Like I don't know.
Who?
I just think
he's breaking all the young.
Listen, records. No, Herbert's really good. And I think like I said, we could look up in a couple years and he could be like a lock top 5 guy. I think that's possible.
Well, also we're talking injury. He's got plantar fasciitis.
I also think Herbert's very talented, huge arm, all that. I just think he's a lot of hollow stats as well.
Of course,
like the teams he's had basically one team that was decent in his career, and then they've been kind of like mid to bad. I'm like,
so we're going Stroud.
My vote is C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, my vote's Stroud too.
Unequivocally.
I don't agree with that, but still, that's fine. I lost this one too. So I've lost 5 and 6 and 7. Shit, I gotta get 8. So who's your 8?
Start over there.
This is where I either go. Very ironic to me. It's either Rodgers or Love.
It's Rodgers. One's had a game. One's played really good 8 games, 9 games.
It's more than that, but he had a great season, great playoffs. I mean,
yeah. But like, again, what Deuce kind of did say, he was literally being talked about removing him as a quarterback.
No, it wasn't. Not actually.
One of the most inaccurate quarterbacks
for 3 weeks.
No, like 5.
It was a while.
5's a lot of games, dude.
I mean, I don't think it was that long. I mean, he led the league in touchdown passes the first 3 weeks, and that's a lot of it when he was inaccurate. So I mean, there's a lot it kind of goes.
I think it's
ways.
Aaron Rodgers.
Refresh me. What was the question for this top 10 again? Duke?
I think it's you're starting a team for this season.
I also just got to say this really quick about Jordan. Like, if you're putting Jordan Love above Justin Herbert, I think that's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy at all.
I think that's crazy.
I think it's kind of crazy, and I hate Herbert.
I don't think it's that crazy.
I think it's kind of crazy.
I'm just very in on Jordan Love. I think he's the real deal.
Honestly, my last one would go Aaron Rodgers, 9, probably Herbert, and my 10 is like between Goff and Love and Cousins.
See, mine. So if I had
Michael Penix,
it would go mine would go Rodgers, Love, and then that fighting for that last spot would be like Purdy, Goff,
Yeah, why hasn't Purdy been mentioned?
Herbert.
I would love to
Prescott.
put Purdy. I'd love to put Purdy. I'd put Purdy 10 right this
Purdy's more of a product of his system,
No,
though.
that's the thing.
But he's been.
But we don't know.
But my problem
That's
with
the
Purdy
thing
is that
the hardest thing about this because no one knows how Purdy would be if you put him on another team.
my problem with Purdy is I say take Purdy out. Like the quarterbacks you're arguing against Purdy, envision them in like Purdy's offense.
Exactly.
Like how do you see it?
Yeah.
Of course,
Because
but
that's where I see I see Love. I see the team being
it's
better.
also
with Jordan
not
Love.
fair
I
to
see the
Brock
team
Purdy.
probably being better with
How is that fair to
even
Brock
like
Purdy?
Herbert or like Prescott. I probably see them being better.
They
to be
put Brock
honest.
Purdy into a situation, not his. He was the last pick. They put him in, and the only thing he's done is be successful.
Yeah, quarterbacks. are
Sure,
a
but
weird
so is
position.
but Garoppolo is too, and he's like clearly,
Yeah, but Garoppolo.
Lost it.
Garoppolo made the Super Bowl. He technically made the same spot.
but it's just
Brock
showing
Purdy's
the
much
point.
better than Garoppolo. You
No,
He
no,
is.
No, I agree, but he's saying you're just pointing to the team wins. Like they've won with literally whoever's the quarterback there, they've won. Like it hasn't really mattered because the offensive line, the running backs, receivers are out. It's all just so elite. Tight end, it's all so elite.
Are we sure Brock Purdy isn't better than Aaron Rodgers?
I agree with Smitty. I think the Rodgers thing, like I'd probably put Rodgers 11.
I think that's nuts.
It might be nuts. I might look back and be like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
But it's just from what I saw, like the last time I saw him, I wasn't very impressed.
But he was even he was good that last year. Like they had nobody, and he
Wasn't
still
that great 2 years ago, man.
Yeah,
was
I would-
solid.
I would think 2 years
But
ago.
that's
He
why,
was not Aaron Rodgers
that's why,
solid.
but that's why I like Love better because Love then came in with the same had really nothing. and he
Exactly.
was better.
Exactly.
That's why I say Love should be 8. That's why I vote for Love 8.
The team was a
Personally,
little
but-
better with him. The roster was a little better and older.
Yeah, but
Wasn't that what did they?
And
what did-
Randall
what did-
Cobb and Dubs as their Dubs, whatever his name is, as the wide receiver.
Yeah, and that's pretty much
yeah, what they had last year, they had Watson.
And a bunch of
All got
like
old.
Didn't even
Mix
have
and
Christian
Melvin. They were like
Watson.
6. Yeah, they were like 6-round
They didn't
picks.
have.
Actually, no. Love or Rodgers had Watson.
No, I'm saying Watson was injured like most of last year. Like
So
he
they
barely played.
Rodgers had more Watson than Love did. You're right.
I think
And so I personally think I would take Love today for a season. I would take Love.
this is gonna kill me.
Okay, yeah, it's crazy because you can actually have 5 people for the last 3 spots.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
I think there's I think you can go, there's 6 for the last 3. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It's made of 6 names for 3
Who
spots.
do we have at 8?
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
My vote is Jordan Love.
Smitty?
I might have to go Purdy now.
We're in a stand.
We're in a war. It's a Mexican standoff.
And the funny thing is like if I had to be like the split vote right now, I would go Herbert.
Oh shit.
So who'd you say? You
yeah,
said,
Kirk
you said
Cousins.
I think Purdy maybe.
Purdy,
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Love. Jordan Love.
What's the chat saying? at this moment?
Unfortunately, it has a split vote. Do you want to?
No, you'd be a split vote.
Out of the 3 that you named, I like Purdy the best.
That disgusts me.
I think that
Put it on the
as-
board.
That just
crazy.
but see now it's like now I don't want my name
I
on
don't
the
want
list.
honestly, I
You
don't.
think I want my name on this shit?
This is,
I don't want my name on this shit.
Like Brock Purdy's not the 8th
Hey.
best quarterback in the league.
He's not.
Jordan Love is so much better than him.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is so much better than him.
Brock Purdy was leading the MVP.
No, this-
Though, for there were 3 weeks left of the season.
I'm done with it. I'm off the list.
is awesome.
My name
I hate
is.
this
I am
list. I hate
detaching
this
my
list.
name from the list.
Hate this
It's
list.
off. The list is off.
Hate this
This is
list.
done.
I think I would take Goff over Purdy.
I would too.
To me they're the most similar. Purdy's a little more
Athletic, yeah.
You're gonna tell me and sit here right now. Aaron Rodgers is right there for you this year, and you have Brock Purdy, and you're
I
gonna
agree.
take Brock
No,
Purdy.
I agree. It's crazy.
You guys
Yes.
are fucking insane.
I agree. I said my vote was Love, but I'm putting Rodgers.
Yeah, I think I would. He earned it. He earned it from me last year.
You guys just talked about how he's the
man.
best.
I
How
agree.
any of these
He
guys
was
last
so
year.
fucking bad against the fucking Packers in the playoffs. He threw 2 pick sixes that got dropped off the.
Wait a second. You conveniently just forgot the second half Jordan Love did in that game. Yeah.
What? He had some good moments in that game. He played really.
Yeah, in the first half.
good too.
He did. Not in the second half.
Purdy was not good.
This
man.
is actually.
Purdy was not good
I
in
have
that
to
game.
disavow myself. from the
Again,
list.
I couldn't.
Purdy at 8 on this list. Literally, I want to puke.
It's embarrassing for the show.
I want to puke.
I would say
he's just
this.
not. Put these other quarterbacks on his team. Their teams are better. Rodgers is the quarterback. They're better. If Love is the
Yeah,
quarterback.
but you're saying Rodgers 5 years ago was better. Obviously, it's Rodgers now.
Today is better.
I don't
Rodgers
even think
today-
that-
I don't think so. I don't
Herbert,
think
with
so.
Herbert, they're probably better.
Oh, with Herbert, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want Herbert in my top 10, but he's better.
Wait, you put Herbert on the 49ers, they're better.
That's what I'm saying.
So okay, is this the game then?
No, the game is.
I didn't know,
it's not
no,
doing
but that's. I think that's the way you have to. I think
They're
that's
all
the
a
way you have to
neutral
look at it.
roster.
Yes,
They're all neutral roster.
but I think, but when you're comparing them, I think that's how you have to look at it.
every one
Like,
of the quarterbacks get the
if
same
you put-
roster.
Okay, so just pure talent.
No, but it's think about it, but even
I
the
don't understand how
reverse
you don't
way.
get the game.
If you put
If it's pure talent, then yeah, I'm putting Herbert right here.
How you not get the game?
Brock Purdy was quarterbacking the Green Bay Packers last year, do you think they make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Because I don't. I don't think they do.
I think they make the playoffs. I think you're
Look
putting
at the
a little
look, but
low.
look at the drop off in talent that he would have
Yeah, but like,
in that
The
offense.
coaching's not that far off.
but
though.
again though, it's
But the
not
talent
fair
is so
to do
much
that.
less.
I
And
think-
listen,
I
it's
think
not
there
fair
was-
to do it to I think we're putting Purdy 8's insane, but it's not fair because the guy's he's only had one situation to give, and he's done really.
Then you can say it's not fair to Jordan Love. Then why do you get to compare them? And he just
Because we've seen Jordan Love look really bad at times. Granted, we saw Brock
Purdy
Purdy
look
look like
awful at
shit
times.
against the Browns last year away, and he had another tough game. But
the Ravens game, he was atrocious.
it was
He
atrocious.
also
He was.
It was an over, like very close to winning the Super Bowl. Like
For sure. But you have to take into account how good the team is around him. Like that has to be a serious factor in the discussion.
My factor for Brock Purdy being over them is like if you're going off, if this is just who could throw the ball the best, Brock Purdy's not in the top 10 for me. But I do think the quarterback position is more than just throwing the football.
of course it is. Decision.
Everything that he brings to the table,
being
you don't know what
smart.
he brings to like a locker room,
Leadership.
that off, like, and that is. I know it's like cliche, fucking like remember the Titans like bullshit, but like that does
Overcooking my grits,
that
coach.
does fucking matter.
But he
you
had-
think he's the
but he-
leader in that locker room?
I'm not saying that.
Think he's
I'm
the
just
leader
saying
of
that
the
like
49ers locker room?
I don't necessarily agree that putting Jordan Love automatically on the 49ers makes the 49ers better because Jordan Love knows how to throw the football.
I don't know. Do you think Kyle Shanahan knows a thing or two about offenses and quarterbacks?
I would.
The fact that Kyle Shanahan, last year or 2 years ago, basically came out of the woodwork and not so much, but pretty much said that, like, Brock Purdy's our guy back when, like, Trey Lance was there and Garoppolo was there. You don't think he sees it a little bit?
No, I think that he
Behind
saw
the
how
scenes?
bad the other two were. I think Trey Lance is barely making the Cowboys.
Bust of all busts. It's awful. It's horrible.
Garoppolo's
I saw a
dog
tweet.
shit.
I saw a tweet, and it's so fucked up that I kind of agree with it.
It's never good.
If Kyle Shanahan just drafted Mac Jones, they win the Super Bowl by now.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm not getting into this.
No,
It was. It was like I saw it on like a Saturday, and I was fucking in tears, laughing my ass off.
He won Mac Jones. It was John Lynch to Juan
crazy.
Lance.
Well, unfortunately, we have to stop the list.
All right, we can stop the list. Let's talk about picks.
Oh, I hate
Gotta
this.
stop the list. I have to detach my name from that.
There's just Brock.
I just-
I like Purdy, but he's just not.
Five
put,
through 8.
put him at 9.
5 through 8.
Put him at
To me,
9.
he's like 10 at best.
Put
10.
Purdy at 9, and
10.
we could keep this going. And
10,
you
I'll
do
do
8 and
it.
10.
That's fair.
And I'll do it.
See, what do we just sandwich
Fine.
him with Love?
Brock
with
Purdy locked in at
Love
10.
and Rodgers in some order.
Do you want to put Love and Rodgers both at 8?
Keep one of them off.
Keep one.
We'll put Purdy at 10, but you have to keep one in Jordan Love
Yes.
or Aaron Rodgers off.
Yes.
Keep Love off.
I also think God.
You have to keep Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers are not making that fucking list.
Oh, Rodgers is 8. I'll keep Love off. 9. We can give whoever you want.
Love being off. It grosses me out too, but it is what it is. I guess. I think you guys are so. Everyone's sleeping on Jordan Love because of a small sample size, but
But there's a
you gotta have some vision.
Small sample size, but he's looked.
Have some vision.
He's looked.
See it.
His ceiling might be higher than anybody here based on how he's looked sometimes, but his basement, like he could not be in the league based on how he throws
Oh, no,
sometimes.
that's
Dude, he threw the first half of last year, his balls were all over the place.
He had a couple erratic games for sure. He definitely had a couple erratic games. His first, some of his first few starts for sure.
This is so tough.
We might be talking about Caleb Williams top 10 next year, but
If anyone puts Caleb Williams in our
yeah, obviously he just can't be now. I mean, obviously, but
All right, so number 9, can I start?
we don't have 8.
Oh, I thought we just put Rodgers at 8.
He
Oh,
put
wait.
Purdy-
I would put Love
just
over
moved-
Rodgers.
Oh God.
I said I would too, but
I'd put Love 100% over Rodgers, actually.
me too.
100% Rodgers over Love. So I don't know what we're doing.
For one season.
Okay.
For this season.
Meek, what's the vote?
I would say Love over Rodgers.
I'm done. I can't be on the list.
I just bullied
I'm out
Lovey.
on the list.
I just
out on the
fought
list.
tooth and nail to get Love 8.
I'm out on the list.
Purdy was locked in. He just got bumped down off the list. He got erased.
And Rodgers is 9. I will not do this.
I'm fine with them 8-9. Like, and that's to me like you're splitting hairs between some of these guys.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is top 10.
Oh, so Purdy just gets bumped to 10? Where they're not?
No, exactly. I'm not.
But this is why honestly, almost the segment is.
So, yeah, just got Dukes, we just got fucking mollywopped.
Like, we all have to agree. We just don't agree.
Yeah.
I will not. I refuse to agree.
was
Because
just-
my name will be on there.
I
don't
just thought
want
it
to
was
be on
funny to do a trade to 10 and it's being like one of them has to stay off.
Yeah, no, that is funny. But I mean, we're just going to get
Fine.
absolutely
Brock
hamstrung
Purdy
here.
at 9. And then both can make the list. And it's Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers.
it. No.
Oh, well, we're leaving off one of my definite top 10s. So,
Same. But it's not mine, actually.
Herbert?
This is
No,
Dak?
no,
I even
Jared Goff,
no,
Kirk Cousins.
no,
If it's 2, I'll kill you.
no. It's not Tua.
Who the fuck could it be? Say it.
Josh Dobbs.
No, that's fun.
I sent Smitty this clip of
yeah.
Dobbs is Purdy's backup, and I was like, Dobbs is the missing piece. Dobbs comes in, they win the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. If Purdy gets hurt some way, somehow, you don't
Dobbs
want to
is
see it. You don't want to see it. But
The
Josh
rocket
Dobbs,
scientist
baby.
coming in, baby. The rocket scientist is coming in.
Yeah.
Say what you throw him in, like sign him day before the Super Bowl, and just say, hey, just go play ball.
Yeah, listen.
Niners are lifting the Lombardi.
We gotta light this. We gotta light this thing on fire or
on
something. Like, can we just like move on?
Who's 8? Who's 9?
No, Phil, put incomplete.
Oh, that's worse.
Yep, put incomplete.
NA.
Just do Love Rodgers.
Just do love Rodgers. Sure.
Do Rodgers love, fine.
Love Rodgers.
Smitty?
Sounds like
Sure.
like ending a card.
I can't be that fucking sure. Give me a fucking answer.
We're going to do a poll of whose top 10 QB list is better, yesterday's or today's.
No, I don't want to poll. I don't
It
want
has
my
to.
name even near this.
You wanted to do top 10 quarterbacks for like the
I
10th
thought-
time this summer.
I thought we can agree on some things. We couldn't even come close.
Well, we can agree with yesterday. We can agree with yesterday's list was just
Yes,
abhorrent. Abhorrent.
I would agree with this. This list I think is better.
Yes.
Well, now we're just putting Rodgers as 8 and 9. It sounds like we have a tie. We have an 8-8T, 8-8.
Yeah, tie 8 and 9. That's fair.
It's just
It's fair.
I think
I'm more okay with this list.
I think
It's not that I
Herbert-
hate Purdy. It's more just I felt like had to be ahead of him and Rodgers as well.
my
I'm being
8
ahead of
would be
him, I'm more okay
Herbert.
with
My
it.
9 would be Jordan Love.
I'd love to get.
So who did they have on here that wasn't on here?
I'd love for Meek to go in Dave's office and ask him his top 10. How about that?
I think he just left.
Did he leave already?
I don't know if he left.
No, he's in his office.
He walked out.
Meek, I think you should ask him.
He left.
Uh,
I saw. No, Jeff saw.
It is
Yeah,
funny.
he left. I don't know if he left for the. He left. I don't know if he left for the whole day.
Dak Prescott was second in MVP voting last year, right?
I think
Yeah, I mean, Dak, as a Cowboys hater, I mean, Dak is getting wildly
it is.
disrespected.
For sure. No,
But also, we put Super Bowl into the category. Dak ain't sniffing a Super Bowl, so
choke artist.
yeah,
People
Dak-
said no. People said Daniel Jones disrespect.
yeah,
Thank you.
true. The fact that they put Daniel Jones in the top 10.
They didn't put him in the
put him in the top.
Oh, I thought they did.
I said
Okay.
I do think that the one thing is like, and we said this before we started, which is, you could 8 to like 14 is so debatable.
No, I agree.
Put,
For
put
me,
their
it was
list up.
13. There was 13
Their
names you
list
could
up. Their
discuss.
list for fine. I think Stroud 5 is a little bit of a reach, but that's fine. I think Justin Herbert 6 is a little crazy,
So Herbert's the one.
and I think that Stafford at 9 is truly insane.
Yeah, I think even Rodgers. I think is just a touch high, but I don't like totally fault it.
And then,
Herbert
listen,
too
I don't
high.
mind Dak.
So it's basically leaving Hurts off as like the
Yeah, it's
biggest.
And now leaving Hurts off to me is insane. Just like insane.
I hate the Cowboys so much with the passion. Dak at 10.
I'm not gonna lie. We might have to take Brock Purdy off and put Herbert on.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think he's
would
better
do
than
that.
Purdy.
I
Yeah.
would do that. Okay, let's do it. Meek, get back in there.
Yeah, just for the sole point. I mean, Ev's right.
Delete it. No, it's already posted.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Delete it. Meek.
No.
That's your Meek. Go fucking delete it.
But Ev was right in the fact that
Changing our mind.
If we just change lists now, what was the point of making it?
Because we're still doing the show.
You were the one who moved Purdy from 8 to 10.
Yes.
What do you like?
Because you said to put him at fucking 10.
I said sure. You don't trust sure.
Well, I never said to put Purdy 8
I
in the first
legitimately
place.
had the login. I just deleted it.
Thank you. Meek, go change it. We're still doing the show. We didn't completely lock it in.
But Ev is right. I mean, and you're right, Marty. Brock Purdy did nothing to be put off this list, but you put Brock Purdy, or you put, Justin Herbert gets traded for Brock Purdy straight up. I mean, everyone's blowing
Weirdly,
the 49ers right
Brock
now.
Oh my
Purdy-
God!
Brock Purdy is
Imagine,
in the-
Brock Purdy. What he would look like in the Chargers' offense last couple of years.
Yeah,
They would have
I
been
get that.
and it's not me
It's
trying to like
also
not
like-
Purdy. It's just like
But you
they
are,
just
though.
wouldn't be as good.
You are, though, and I get what you mean. And I
'Cause he's
agree,
just
but
better.
also
He's a
it's
better
not
quarterback.
like you don't know truly.
Can I say something about? I think that the best thing for, and not breaking news here, the best thing
Why'd you write it
that
in
Brock
blue?
Purdy has,
Just makes it,
the best thing that Brock Purdy has is starting with the 49ers. Because I think
Yes.
with the coaches and everything, like
course
his
it
confidence
is.
is on an all-time high. Like his knowledge is gonna be at an all-time high. That if he wanted to leave to go to another team, I do still think he'll be good from everything that he got.
Yeah,
being
I'd
with
agree.
the 49ers.
But again,
if he was
he's-
with another franchise like the Browns, his career would be done.
Brock
in like
Purdy's in the best situation / the worst situation. He can do.
Yeah.
He can go undefeated this year, win the Super Bowl, and they'd still be like, "Well, yeah, obviously that team's so good."
I mean,
No matter what, he
They-
can do whatever he wants. It's good. Obviously, you want to be on that type of team, but also it sucks for the.
they aren't comparable, but somewhat of like similar offenses and schemes early in his career. But like Brady Brady in the beginning of his career, if he just didn't go to the Patriots and he just ended up on like the Cleveland Browns, it's like
Yeah.
with his skill set early in his career, like what happens?
That's
Everyone
fair.
for
I mean,
sure.
those defenses carried Brady more than
at least
Brady.
the first
If
like
you
one.
if we're just
The
talking-
first one, 100%.
If we're even just
Just locked
talking,
in, can I
his
get a tweet
best
on
Super
this?
Bowl he lost and his worst he won.
Yeah.
If you right now ask someone about Bryce Young, then I think he's the worst quarterback of all time. So one of the worst situations a quarterback's ever gone into. But like, I mean, he might be bad. We don't know. But like, it's not his fault the team's that bad.
I've said I think there's many of careers that if these and like guys that were like ended up being busted if they just got drafted to a different team.
Oh God, what about David?
Could have been like a 10, 20, 15-year vet, like good player, and we just think of them as a bust because of just where they ended up.
God, what if David Carr didn't get drafted by the Titans and just get the shit kicked out of him for 10
Sure,
years?
Yeah.
sure.
Like even like I'm not trying to break. But like if Baker got to a better team, do you think he would have been in a better situation? Or not?
I think it's more if the Browns hung on to him longer. Like I think they should have buyer's remorse because they could have had Mayfield for half of what they gave Watson. I think I'd take Mayfield over
Yeah,
Watson
that's
right
true.
now.
I would take him over.
Yeah, I thought they quit on. I thought Mayfield's ceiling is lower than a lot of guys, but I think his floors is strong. I think he's a solid decision maker. Like he's just a rock solid quarterback.
He's not a poor man's, but a younger Goff right now.
Yeah, I think Goff's a little bit better, a little bit better decision maker.
Well, he grew into it.
I wouldn't have even hated putting Jared Goff on this.
Do you guys want to do 11?
No, I
to
wouldn't.
15?
I like Goff.
11, 15,
I
no.
think-
I mean, my next three is like unequivocally, not in order, like Purdy, Goff, Dak. Not in order, but that's to me, that's like the clear next three.
So what about?
I'm not a Tua guy. I'll
what
never
about
be a Tua
Kirk?
guy. He's in like that next. It's like to me, then it's like Tua, like Kirk, like Baker.
Kirk was. I mean, they started off 0-5 last year, but Kirk was slinging.
Kirk's stats are really good.
will
I like
say this.
Kirk. I like Kirk.
But the Super Bowl thing,
I
too.
know.
It's
I
like
know.
with
I
Dak.
just said the Dak disrespect, and I am the one that has the Dak disrespect because my 11 through 13 is like Purdy, Kirk, Goff, in some order,
Yeah, and I get.
and
what
then
you mean.
Dak, and like Tua's not even top
Dak,
15.
Tua, like Baker.
Tua's
I might
top
have Tua.
15.
I might have. You want to talk about Brock Purdy without weapons? Look at Tua without fucking Tyreek Hill and
Yeah,
Jalen Waddle. And
Tua's not that good.
Yeah, but like 15's
No,
not saying.
we've
it's that
seen
good.
Tua without weapons, and then we saw him with weapons. Like, oh my, this is just if he didn't go to fucking Alabama and have that fucking overtime touchdown, and didn't have this like the top 5 draft pick to him, people, I could get worked up.
You guys just better hope Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, because if not, there's going to be a new number 1 quarterback on that list.
How
And he will
fast-
be playing for the Chiefs.
I have one
Do you know who
question,
it is?
quarterback wise.
Let me
Who?
think. Let me think.
Who's the Chiefs' backup right now?
Oh, Carson Wentz.
Yes.
Like, he threw a nice ball.
He
to,
did. He threw a really nice ball.
to Worthy for a touchdown.
See, like, I honestly like think about these lists, right? Like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, would Nick Foles be on the top 5 next year? that year?
Maybe.
No, he wasn't. He lost a starting spot to Carson Wentz.
He got big money though. He got big money from
2 years
another
later.
team.
So
2 years later.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying. And this Foles that next season, the season didn't start yet. We're doing this list. Would he be like a top 5 quarterback? That's where like sometimes with recency shit, it always fucks with you because you don't. And obviously he fell off and he did what he had to do for that.
He was awesome the next year, wasn't he? Didn't he like barely lose? Like, didn't he almost make another?
So next year there was quote a little controversy, but not much because Carson Wentz was the leading MVP candidate before he went down. Like the Eagles would not have won a Super Bowl if Carson Wentz wasn't their quarterback to start the year. Nick Foles came in, did his thing. Carson Wentz, it was always his job, basically. I mean, they announced it pretty much right away because you kind of had to, and signed him long term that year. Yeah. So Foles was a lame duck, but Carson Wentz ended up getting hurt, I believe, like week 11, 12, and almost the same thing happened. Alshon Jeffrey drops a pass against the Falcons, and the Eagles are right there back in the NFC Championship game.
Speaking of Eagles, they got Dotson today.
Yes, they did.
I saw this about Carson Wentz.
Kind of love that.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's funny.
He ends up just being the savior of the Eagles.
And it's very funny because if you think about their roster right now, like it's
Meet you at Super Bowl 60.
Oh, God.
MVP.
Oh, my God.
I think Dotson's a great pickup.
He is, talent-wise, he's a Ron Rivera bust, but I went over to Eric Nathan, who is our Watching the Commanders guy, and asked him, like, why would they even, like, think about doing this? Because it's kind of a steal, 2 7th-round picks for first-round pick 2 years ago. He said, Doxson, notorious bad attitude. All during camp, just like a complete shit bust fucker.
Let me say one thing, and I'm going. You have a better attitude when your team is good.
Fair, but that was also why that was also why he didn't go higher. Allegedly,
Commander, yeah, he might suck with that, but like the Commander, like everyone, even like this is not even really close, but like Jazz Chisholm, like everyone's like he's got the worst attitude. When you're losing all the time, you go to a team like the Eagles are. You have the talent. You're Dotson. He's like the 4th receiver.
he'll be the 3rd receiver.
Should have been. Yeah, he will be this team.
Third's a good. Like that's.
Hey,
probably get more opportunities.
Look for the Eagles on paper, talent wise. Look, you got Hurts at quarterback, Saquon at running back, Kenny Gainwell second running back, Goddard.
Gainwell might be.
Fuck Kenny Gainwell. Dallas Goddard at tight end, who's probably a top. I mean, he is a top 5 tight end in the league. And then the receivers are
top 5 tight ends.
I would say so.
There we go.
Goddard's not a top 5.
Top 5 tight ends.
Top 10.
The tight ends drop after.
Give me Kelsey. Give me Kittle. Give me Mark Andrews. I would even say
Laporta.
Laporta.
And
who's 5?
I would even say give me what's I was just gonna say him.
Kincaid.
I wouldn't take Kincaid right now over him.
I think I would take Evan Ingram over him, to be honest.
Oh my God.
What?
Evan Ingram?
I don't think that's that crazy.
He's been awesome.
I don't think it's that crazy.
He's quietly like
Njoku.
Njoku, I think I would take over him as well. Actually, I definitely would take Njoku over him.
I wouldn't. But okay, so top 7.
I think he's
definitely top 10. Top 7.
I think
and then the wide receiver.
Hawkinson helped like Hawkinson's top like.
Nah, I think him and Hawkinson are like very, very, very.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Stop.
Throw off.
He is not close to Hawkinson.
Hawkinson gets the targets. That's the only difference between Goddard and Hawkinson.
Because he's one of the best tight ends in the league.
Because the
with Justin Jefferson, yeah, they have no weapons.
Okay. Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and now Doxson. I mean, that offense is powerful, but I get Dream Team vibes still because they're just bringing in guys that might not, fit the system or whatever they're trying to do.
The Eagles' offense should be unbelievable. Yeah. This is a big year for Hurts' like public narrative. I'll say.
Bring back.
I'm a Hurts guy, but I'm saying this is an offense that not going nuclear is like almost inexcusable.
This season for the Eagles, it's obviously like Super Bowl aspirations, but if they it's a big turning point for the Eagles. Like if they make the playoffs and everything's all hunky dory, like it can be a huge. Not renaissance, but continuation of their glory. But if they Are these Madden rankings?
Madden,
Yeah,
Madden
okay.
agreed with me to a T, basically.
Fucking Madden.
The exact 7 that I listed.
You know, the guy who does Madden rankings is just a hardcore Cowboys fan. So look at all. Like, Dalton Schultz is 84 overall.
I don't know. Dalton Schultz is pretty
Schultz is not bad. I give Goddard the
Cowboy.
nod. I think Schultz is a solid tight end. Like, I don't think any reason to poo-poo Schultz.
Whole Komet's been like hurt.
Schultz and Komet are both like solid tight ends. No, Goddard's
It
good
is,
tight end.
but-
Like, I have no issue with Goddard.
But with the Eagles,
You said top 5. I just had to.
the Eagles this year could be a huge turning point because this could be like a disaster of epic proportions that puts the franchise back.
That's awesome.
Sure.
That's just like, dude, that's bigger than the Super Bowl.
I mean, they're just throwing so much shit. Which I mean, I guess is a good strategy. Just get like the best of like everything you could possibly get. Hopefully, it meshes. I just get Dream Team PTSD because that's exactly what they did in 2011.
Do you want Belichick?
No.
Okay.
I'd take him.
I take him. I think the Falcons.
Like, if
I said this a couple times this week. I don't know, but if the Falcons had Bill Belichick as their coach, I think they're like top 6 in odds.
So here's the only reason why. So Nick Sirianni, he's an offensive guy or whatever. Belichick is strictly defense for the most part. Can you agree to that?
Yeah.
So if he comes in, what's he doing? What's he doing other than just being a presence? Because Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator. Was he just going to come in and fix the defense? If the Eagles have problems, it's going to be on the offensive side of the ball. Or if the Eagles have problems to the point where Sirianni gets dismissed, it's going to be an offensive issue, which you have Kellen Moore anyway. So why are you bringing Belichick in other than just like a figurehead?
We also have to buy our jerseys by September 7th. Oh, I'm sorry, but
No, we gotta buy
September
them, like,
6th.
now.
Yeah, you have to buy them now to
Yeah,
get
I'm
here.
saying
in
you
time.
got to get your jersey before
Just
September
go to like a
6th.
store. It'd
Yeah,
be very
I'm going
funny.
online.
Just like
Yeah,
a
but
little,
we all
I
have
think
different ones.
I think legacy-wise, Belichick just shouldn't coach. I think Belichick could maybe potentially only hurt his legacy at this point.
For
a
sure.
coach.
It's
If
definitely.
he comes back and coaches and they're not good, it is going to be like written in
Good, yeah.
stone. You're just a Brady, like you just won off Brady.
Yeah.
If he comes back and coaches
wasn't
a team
me.
and they're just
I
not
know,
good,
That was-
know,
I want you to know that
wasn't
noise
you.
was not me.
That was just me.
you know, but Ev's reaction to like
I did not.
I was like, no.
I not
no,
realize
I was just waiting for you to like jump in
you
and
are
like
right.
defender.
I think you're right to an extent. I think that Belichick, again, I've said this. I think I'm not gonna say that. I think I'm pretty level-headed though with like the Belichick thing. Like we were on the right side of a lot of bounces for 20 years. And the last like 4, and I watched every fucking game, and I think that just some people don't really understand. Like a few plays off, I'm like, all right, like they made the playoffs, like they didn't make any runs, but like they just snuck into the playoffs. Like that year where they had back-to-back games against the Raiders where that fucking like Mac Jones got trucked, and the Bengals, they fumbled on the goal line. If they won one of those games, they're in the playoffs. And then Mac makes 2 playoff appearances. Like the whole narrative changes.
Well, I'll give him though because he is a good defensive coach, and a lot of those
I-
teams
that-
like
that
the
he's not washed up
The
with.
defenses were good.
Yes. Okay, we're on
But
the same page.
the defenses were definitely like solid. Like even up to last year,
Yes,
the defense
I
was
agree.
like
Then we're
the
on the same-
defense even last year was
I
like
think his
was like
biggest
solid
thing was how big he fucked up after McDaniels left.
for sure. He's just
I think-
even once he became the GM, his like scouting evaluation and offense were horrific.
His draft picks were
A lot
no,
coming
look,
out. A
this-
lot is coming out now.
No, but he swung and missed on a lot of offensive guys.
lot is
of
coming out
offensive
about it,
guys
though,
he
now.
swung and missed.
What's coming out?
That like the people like he did like let like Elliot Wolf and like Grow and like the people that run the office now like have like even like the Juju Smith signing, they were the ones that convinced him to get Juju. And obviously Belichick has to sign off on it and he has to get A-okayed by it. But he wanted Myers and then they convinced him to get Juju.
That was the all-time botch because it was the same exact amount of money.
So that
identical contract.
And that might be Belichick's
$333.
camp putting it out there, but like again, he'll never blame it on anyone else because he's like, I'm the GM. I have to sign, seal, deliver it.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Like he could.
Right. He's not. But like the people.
He has to
You know
approve
what
it
I
at the end
mean,
of the
though?
day.
Right, exactly.
Sometimes
Exactly, you have to
you
approve
get
it.
bullied into a list. You know?
He got bullied into it, but and
Yeah,
he
you
agreed with it at the end of the day. But
Sometimes you just have an opinion about things. And
right,
everyone
yeah.
else
Sometimes
says
you just
no.
get fucking bitched.
All right, Smitty, what's your picks today?
Wait, can I ask Smitty one thing? We didn't talk
Oh
baseball.
my God.
Smitty, Orlando Arcia, can you please just tell us about that last night?
So Orlando Arcia hit a home run in the 4th inning to put the Braves up 2-0. Orlando Arcia is batting 7th for the Atlanta Braves, and the Braves have the 11th best offense out of 15 teams in the National League and are in second place. I think 8 games behind the Phillies. And he rounded first base and stared down Bryce Harper, and then rounded second base and still stared down Bryce Harper's regular season game in August in the 4th inning, and the Phillies ended up winning the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pussy. I saw the same thing.
It's just like, but it's like, why would you do that? He did some stupid shit last year, batting 8th and going hitless in Game 2 of the NLDS, and was partying in the fucking clubhouse, saying "Attaboy Harper, attaboy," because Bryce Harper had like a base running misstep that ended the game, even though the Phillies left like 20 people on base, and it wasn't like Bryce Harper's fault.
You're coming at people like that.
Riddle me this, people. Riddle me this, and I'll start off my picks right here. Bryce Harper needed a spark, and a regular season stare down in August from Orlando Arcia will be that spark. So please, responsibly, Bryce Harper did a home run today, plus 425 in the DraftKings Sportsbook. Please, responsibly, Bryce Harper did to hit 2 home runs today, plus 4,000 on the DraftKings Sportsbook. That's my card.
Thank you.
Well, are you going to be here tomorrow?
No.
Okay, so you can give your
Week 0.
Yeah, week 0. So the one I love, it's Florida State, Georgia Tech's really the only like big game, like true power conference. Your SMU, Nevada too. Florida State, this number's been bet down so much. It was Georgia Tech. It opened, I think, like 13 and a half. It's bet already down to 10. I already locked in at Florida State minus 10. And I'm down on Florida State this year from what most people project. They just lost so much. I think they downgraded a lot of positions on offense. DJ's a downgrade from Jordan Travis. All the receivers like Coleman, Johnny Wilson, downgrades. But I just still, and I actually like Georgia Tech. Like, I like the coach, Key. I like Haynes King, the quarterback. I also like the over in the game, 55.5, but I like Florida State minus 10. Even with what they lost, I think their defense should be strong enough to get a few stops. I think they're going to score quite a bit. I think Georgia Tech's defense is bad. So I like Florida State minus 10, and I like the over 55.5. And I also like the over 55.5 in SMU, Nevada. Or over 56, I believe, over. I like those 2 plays for week 0.
What about a little Hawaii action?
I'll lay the points with Hawaii at midnight.
Minus 40.
I'll lay the 40.
Yeah.
It's one of those where, like, they're at home. I actually think they're going to be, like, decent. Tommy Chung's quarterback, Tommy Chang.
Oh, yeah.
Quarterback who was slinging it for them, setting all the records back in the day.
Not sure how much of a difference it's going to make, but it was local news in Philly. Delaware State had a lot of issues getting out there.
A lot of issues. And they're just like a dog shit team. They're just
but
like it should be such a talent mismatch. Plus them going to the island. Plus the historically in the Hawaii openers, they're like unbelievable in these openers. 12-2 against the spread. I think their last like 14.
47 points for Hawaii.
20-point spread. Lay it, baby.
Crazy.
Lay it. They win by like 56.
Yeah.
Carlos Alcaraz is going to win the U.S. Open. Just letting you know that.
What's his name?
Carlos Alcaraz?
It's close enough.
Is it not Carlos Alcaraz?
Carlitos.
Oh, God.
Jesus. I was like, damn, I don't even know.
Using his
I'm
government.
going to a tennis thing tomorrow, like this UTS thing at Forest Hills. It's going to be sick.
Great. Yeah.
They play like DJs.
Big tennis.
Also picking the number 1 tennis player on earth right now to win the tournament. He basically is. He got smoked after you met him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was he was minus
yes.
1,400 and he got fucking
the number 1
smoked.
guy in the world.
Well, Sinner's out now.
No, he's not. No, he's not. They wiped everything, and he literally is in the draw, number 1.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I know. I saw the steroids thing, and they wiped it all. They said he's clean.
Well, they made some compromise with it. What I saw, we get clarification on that. But objectively speaking, Alcaraz is pretty much the best tennis player on earth right now. Objectively speaking, he is pretty much the best tennis player in the world right now.
I'm taking Joker.
So that's worse than mine.
You take Joker. I mean, Joker just won his Olympic gold, though. That was the last thing he had to do.
I know now. Now I think he's playing with no pressure.
Oh, I think it's the opposite. I think he goes way downhill real quick.
That's one way to look at it.
I got Yankees minus 1.5. I have the Cubs minus 1.5, and I have the Oakland A's, who are playing good baseball. They're playing some good baseball over in Oakland. And then I'm going to go with the Phillies to beat the Braves, and then the Padres minus 1.5 against the Mets.
Also, Tigers team total under.
One thing I wanted to ask you guys with the quarterback situation. We're talking about Caleb Williams. next year, where do you think he could end up? What's his ceiling for how good he could be, and where he gets ranked next year on this
The
list?
ceiling's 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say his ceiling. I was gonna say like 6 to 10. His ceiling.
I think 4.
So okay, we'll say what's the best case scenario? He wins MVP and wins a Super Bowl. Could he outdo Patrick Mahomes next year
If he wins MVP
and a Super Bowl?
If he wins MVP and makes a Super Bowl, he's probably 2.
Probably.
I mean, if he did that, yes.
Yeah, all right.
He
Yeah.
did that, yes, he
First
would.
year if he has MVP
Yes,
Super Bowl,
yes.
That was
with the
he
Super
started
Bowl,
that was the biggest if ever.
You know, if he does
If
that,
he
for
just
sure.
ends up just being the greatest quarterback
he
ever.
throws
Well, he
zero
was a
interceptions.
ceiling play. So
And
any quarterback ceiling.
we'll give him 2.
Well, the funny thing is,
Not even 1.
the funny thing is, if he does that, he's still not in one.
Imagine
close.
it's what
Well, if he makes a Super Bowl and loses, he's 2. If he makes a Super Bowl and wins,
He's not even close to 1.
I don't know. It depends how he does it.
I just did.
I don't know, man. If he
Back.
I was gonna start tongue in cheek being like, what if they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl?
exactly,
Oh.
and he throws for 400 yards. Like, how can you not at that point?
I can because he just won 2 in a row. And
All
he's
right,
won 3 already.
so riddle me this: he breaks every NFL passing record in his rookie season.
All right, that's the show.
He wins MVP and he wins rookie of the year MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
I actually-
goes for 5,000 yards and 60 touchdowns.
I'd put him
He
second.
might be one.
No, I put him second, but not behind
He'd still
Mahomes,
be
behind
second.
Hurts.
It is very funny that like everyone has the Brady Mahomes thing. Like, oh, how can Mahomes catch Brady, or how can that like happen? Caleb Williams, like that could slowly just like when will he catch Mahomes and
Oh my
when will he
God.
catch Brady?
Or if he's just a bust and the Bears are so embarrassing again.
Oh,
Very
man.
funny.
It's
be tough.
2 great narratives.
Yeah.
The Bears are gonna be good.
That's the show. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys.